This program may contain mature subject matter. Parental discretion is advised. The following events took place across Canada over 48 hours in September 2016.
Single contact reported, flanker, single contact.
Initially, start up the mission. We're orbiting.
Trapline, lead arm, beam east.
I don't know what the enemy is necessarily going to do. Can very quickly turn unsafe. You know, when you only have 2 or 3 seconds of reaction time, it can get dangerous.
30,000, hostile, 2 contacts. Trapline, single group, bullseye, 35061. 3-2, target. Check 1-2.
Go move! Clear to hoist.
In September 2016, 60 camera crews across the nation captured 48 hours with the men and women who keep Canada safe. These are their stories.
There's danger every day.
It's the 9th of September. It's Friday.
Usually, as a detective sergeant, we're dressed in a suit. This morning is a little special because we got a search. That's why I'm dressed in uniform. Don't make too much noise. The family's sleeping.
It's an important day because it's the end of a case. We'll probably arrest someone, maybe save victims.
Sergeant Detective Christian Lachance works to stop the sexual exploitation of minors.
This job is important for me because I feel that I can make a difference for children. That's why I'm doing this.
He's part of a project to crack down on child prostitution, human trafficking, and child pornography.
OK, donc bonjour tout le monde. Merci d'être là ce matin pour cet autre rendez-vous matinal.
L'enquête nous amène chez un récidiviste dans le Nord.
The offender has been under police surveillance.
On a un dossier dans lequel un individu a été ciblé pour avoir fait du pornographie juvénile. Donc, l'équipe est en train de se préparer pour justement aller faire une perquisition chez cet individu-là.
Every detail is planned. Everybody knows what he's doing right now. That's how we succeed. Ah ouais, partner. Viens-t'en. In an operation like this, we go in the morning, we're going to create surprise.
So what I'm wearing here on my legs is it's called a G-suit that will plug into the aircraft, and then when we start pulling G, which causes blood to leave the brain and go down into your legs, this will inflate with air, which pushes pressure on the legs to push the blood back up.
If I go up in my Levi's, what happens?
You start losing your color vision, and then you'll actually lose your vision totally as the blood leaves the eyes. And then if you keep going, you'll go unconscious.
Four Wing Cold Lake is home to Canada's largest fleet of CF-18 fighter jets, aircraft capable of stopping enemy attacks from the air.
You know, everyone sees the movie Top Gun and they think, oh, the pilots just walk up to the jet, jump in and take off. And no, that's not the case at all. These technicians are coming in, you know, a couple hours before we're getting ready to fly. They're doing all their checks. When we trust them with our lives to do that job.
But even with safety checks complete, there's still danger.
You're stepping to the jet to go for a mission. There is always risk involved with that.
10 RCAF pilots have lost their lives in CF-18 crashes.
In the fighter pilot world, it's always critical for us to keep training so that if we were called upon by the government tomorrow, we'd be ready to go out the door. We are defending Canada 24/7, 365 days a year.
Takeoff is quite exhilarating. You've got about 32,000 pounds of thrust pushing the aircraft forward. It's a nice kick.
Today, the squadron is engaging in a simulated air-to-air dogfight, an especially dangerous but necessary training exercise.
It's hard work. You're in charge of operating a $50 million aircraft, and you're making decisions that are life and death.
The men and women in today's mission will defend their country and put their lives on the line at a moment's notice.
There's always real-world dangers that can occur. Mid-air collisions, even in a training environment.
Just keep your hands in your pocket.
Hello, Gertrude.
Fort, advise when it's open again. We parked just north of the office here, just trying to see what outfits are going by and not coming in as required.
On Alberta's busiest highway, drivers of heavy commercial rigs must report to vehicle weigh scales for safety inspections.
Another 2 feet. Perfect.
When things do go wrong, they can have some serious consequences. I've been to accidents where wheels have come off and collided with other traffic. Fatalities resulting from that. So there's definitely some issues. 10-4, thanks. Oh, they got a driver that's failed to report. He is commercial, but he did not come into the weigh station. Our job is to focus, to detect, and remove unsafe vehicles from the highway.
Nice control.
Reason I'm stopping is in region not coming to the weigh scale. Okay, do you get your driver's license, registration, insurance on you there?
So we're going to escort him back to the scale. He's newly commercially registered, and he had completely forgotten that he had to report.
We're just going to do a quick walk around the vehicle, make sure everything's up to par, load secured. Oh, jeez, what's it is, eh? So one concern we have here is if you look at the tie down, it's actually not connected into the frame. So that's an issue. So if that slips out, it's gone. And then we have no tie down up here. So that'll have to be addressed. Okay, sir. Just noticed one of your tie downs on the front. It's actually not fully underneath your frame there. So I've allowed him to park the trailer out back for the night, and he's going to make arrangements to get that truck safetied. Okay, any questions? All right, I'll let you get things organized then. I get satisfaction when I take an unsafe vehicle off the highway and knowing that I've potentially saved a life or a serious collision from happening.
Our suspect is supposed to be alone at this time in the house.
In Quebec City, police are waiting for a suspected child pornographer to return home so they can arrest him.
There's been surveillance. We know that there is some kids out there. They're probably going to school. They leave before 8. We are trying to avoid, on every search, the presence of children, family members, because we don't want to shock them.
The team stops nearby.
Natalie is the team leader. She's our boss. Francis is the main investigator, so we will coordinate everything. You got Oliver, that will be him that will interview our suspect today.
Fait que ça a un impact, le voyagement jusqu'à la salle d'entrevue est importante aussi. On discute de plein de choses. Ça peut enlever des tensions. Ça peut, j'apprends à connaître la personne aussi.
On ne voit plus, c'est dirigé vers la maison. Donc là, Fait que tout le monde embarque dans leur véhicule. Je vous donne le go sur les angles.
At this moment, the tension is getting a little higher. We know that our possible suspect is home. It's 100% sure that we will make contact with him. All the officers are coming. They're just going to the house.
Christian will inform the unit if anyone approaches the house during the raid.
If we're not ready, we can hurt someone or we can be hurt too.
Prepared for the worst, the unit silently moves to the suspect's front door.
Police! Police! Là-bas! Police!
In Quebec City, police raid the home of a suspected child pornographer.
The officers are taking control of the house. Parfait, super. Suspect is very nervous. When we come out with a suspect, we don't want to show him out to all his neighborhoods, so the car is closed.
The suspect is quickly removed and taken to police headquarters. Now, the challenge of interrogation begins.
Rescue Center, Victoria radio position.
Be careful.
Okay. You guys want to go in first?
"10,000 feet above Cold Lake, the Royal Canadian Air Force engages in a simulated dogfight, sharpening the combat skills needed to defend the country."
In the Canadian Forces, we hold a ready alert because we could be called upon to fly by the government.
Aircraft are divided into two teams, blue and red. The blue team must defend its territory from simulated red air attacks.
It's just like the real world. I don't know what the enemy is necessarily going to do.
The blue team is on the lookout for encroaching enemy aircraft.
We're orbiting, trying to pick up enemy contacts that are in the airspace that we're trying to defend. And we also have the ground control radar that's also doing that. It's the whole team effort.
Trap line, lead arm, beam east, 33, 10,000.
Can very quickly turn unsafe.
They spot red fighters coming from the north.
Single contact reported flanker, single contact reported fish bed. 30,000, hostile, 2 contacts.
When you only have 2 or 3 seconds of reaction time, it can get dangerous.
The blue team attacks the red fighters.
Trap line, single group, bullseye, 35061. 32, target. Bullseye. 31, is big go.
The blue air team destroys the red air targets before they can drop their bombs.
The red air pushed south to try and get through us 3 times, so we were able to fight them off.
It ended up being a successful mission.
Whether it's enforcement of a no-fly zone or protecting Canada from terrorist attacks, the RCAF maintains a state of constant readiness.
If we can't take off and fly, we can't defend Canada's airspace. It's a lot of hard work, personal and mental and physical cost involved with it, but it is the best job.
We can wear casual civilian clothes, so jeans and a t-shirt. I also carry a radio.
And are you armed?
Absolutely not. My partner's armed, so that's all I need. I'm not a police officer. No, I'm not. I'm the mental health worker part of the team.
Sarah Burtonshaw, a mental health worker with St. Joseph's Healthcare, is partnered with Constable Mike Logue, a 9-year police veteran. Together, they respond to mental health crises.
The disconnect between having police officers come to mental health calls. So now we're trying to bridge that gap by having a mental health expert on scene, doing a rapid mental health assessment, and helping me come to the best solution that I can.
Everybody who's calling in has an issue. It's their worst day.
Remember that when that man jumped off the building? And we were working with the family right after.
Yeah.
And that was really probably one of the saddest calls I've ever been on. To sit there with this family, because that's all they wanted to know. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? I didn't have the answer.
Nationwide, 1 in 3 Canadians with mental health and addiction issues have contact with police.
R2.
Sarah and Mike are dispatched on an urgent call to back up another mental health team.
We're heading out to Form 47 call.
This person, it appears, has missed their medication, and the doctor's trying to get hold of them. They haven't shown up, so now the doctor has issued a form which directs police to pick up this person and take them to the hospital. This person may, when they get unwell, be a risk of themselves or other people.
And that's the tricky part of the whole thing, is that you never really know what's going to happen until you're there.
Officers already on scene provide disturbing information.
The person bought and purchased 4 long axes for a tiny apartment. The concern is obviously that he's carrying around these axes now.
If the person is armed, the potential for violence is real.
He's missed medications, misses treatment, and as all this information is put together, our concerns are increasing.
Oh, sir.
There's always that piece if you walk away,
Yep.
something happens.
We feel that we can't just come back another time. It's become much more urgent for us.
Concerned that a mental health patient may be stockpiling weapons and not taking his medications, rapid response teams receive permission to enter his apartment.
We're just checking. Want to make sure everything's okay, sir.
Hello? Guess there's nothing here for now. Okay.
The officers confirm no one is inside.
What we will do is we will look around in the area and we'll try to come back again and also have other units in the area keep an eye out for him.
This is just one of 10 crises they will confront on a typical 12-hour shift.
I've been working in psychiatry for 31 years. There's huge stigma attached to mental illness. I think that's why people wait a long time before they get assistance because they're so fearful as to what's going to occur.
Today, there's good news.
The gentleman that we were looking for, the other rapid response team located him and did take him to hospital.
R2, we're on route now. We have a female who is just threatening to jump off
Tried to jump off the balcony.
Okay, 10-4, we're not far off. They just want to hold the scene.
It's a full range of emotions that goes with the job that we do. It's challenging sometimes, but the biggest motivator for me to do this every day is just the ability to be able to help people make their lives better.
Not on emergency. Do you need the police, EMS, or fire department?
Customer assault at this time, no weapon seen.
In Quebec City, investigators remove evidence from the home of a suspected child pornographer. Captain Mario Vezina, head of the Child Exploitation Unit, monitors the interrogation.
Le rôle de Olivier, c'est de mener l'interrogatoire. C'est lui qui avait assis avec la personne dans la salle d'interrogatoire. Karine, sa job à elle pour aujourd'hui, c'est la salle de régie.
While Sergeant Detective Karine Boivin looks for connections between the interrogation and the confiscated evidence, a data extraction specialist scans the seized hard drives.
Salut Claude. Puis, t'as-tu été bon là-bas? Vous trouvez quelque chose?
Des vidéos de pornographie juvénile, de ce qu'on cherchait.
So what he did on the search was to make a sort of pre-scan of the material. So he found evidence of juvenile pornography. Everything that we found will be classified later.
Karine informs Sergeant Detective Olivier Simon of the evidence as it emerges.
Il y a des vidéos, puis c'est dans le fond, c'est des petits gars, puis des petites filles. Fait que dans le fond, l'attirance est vraiment aux deux. T'as des garçons, beaucoup de garçons, des moins de 12 ans.
OK, c'est bon.
Fait que moi, je te dirais, là, on a beaucoup de stock sur place. On a beaucoup, là, t'as comme 100 vidéos d'enfants.
Merci, c'est bon. Tu me flasheras cette autre chose.
Now, Olivier will confront the suspect with the evidence. This program may contain mature subject matter. Parental discretion is advised. As the interrogation of a suspected child pornographer continues, police classify seized evidence to build a case.
I'm just classifying some material that we found on a search, checking photos and videos to see if we have juvenile pornography.
The unit follows a strict protocol when screening evidence to protect the mental health of the investigators.
Francis is there because we're trying to not be alone. We talk to each other and we keep our mind elsewhere. In videos or photos, we can see victims in our country, and if we can identify them, we're going to search for them and try to interview them.
Downstairs, Sergeant Detective Christian Lachance finds out if the case is strong enough for prosecution.
Yoli, comment ça a été?
Ben, je pensais qu'il était craintif, là.
Oui.
Qui sait qu'est-ce qui s'en venait, puis vu qu'il a déjà passé par là, ben, difficile, mais il m'a dit certaines choses, des admissions. Il n'a pas tout dit parce qu'il voulait garder ça pour lui. Mais en général, ça a bien été.
La preuve qu'on détient jusqu'à présentement est importante, donc est suffisante selon nous, selon notre évaluation pour une comparution. Mais la dernière personne qui va apprécier ça, ça va être le procureur de la Couronne qui va regarder le tout. Cette personne-là a des enfants. Et puis, ce qui nous amène à poursuivre notre évaluation du dossier avec la DPJ, la Direction de la protection de la jeunesse. Donc ça se poursuit en parallèle.
When I get home, I just forget what I did in the day. I don't feel a case personally.
C'est un travail qui est exigeant. Ça demande beaucoup de rigueur de la part de nos gens, mais c'est très satisfaisant parce qu'on sait qu'on est capable de faire, dans le cadre d'une opération, la différence dans la vie d'une personne.
So last step of the day, we're gonna put the case to the Crown Prosecutor for the court, and after this, it's Friday, end of the week, so turn the switch off and go home, have fun with the family.
The following events took place across Canada over 48 hours in September 2016.
Taylor needs to be in the water right now. This kid's about to be sucked out in a rip. I just noticed a younger child in a rip current.
I knew he couldn't paddle back. He could barely swim at all.
Go move!
In September 2016, 60 camera crews across the nation captured 48 hours with the men and women who keep Canada safe. These are their stories.
There's danger every day.
Morning.
Morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, man.
Coffee time.
Good morning. It's Friday, September the 9th.
It's very important to stay in shape. You got the kind of job where at any point in time, I could be out of my car and running. I could be arresting somebody. I could be in a fight or a confrontation.
Constable John Jasmines is a 10-year veteran of the Delta Police Department.
I worked a number of gang-related files, shootings, a lot of homicides.
3 years ago, he transferred from the gang squad to work with high-risk youth.
Now I'm trying to work in an area where I can do a lot more prevention. The last 3 years that I've worked here in the youth section, we've had a problem in the Surrey Delta area with factions of different groups competing for drug lines. Last year we had over 50 shootings. These are kids 18, 19, early 20s. They're not that old that are committing the shootings. If you talk to any one of these gangsters that are in their late 20s, early 30s, they would get out if they could. Got a 16-year-old kid who's been constantly running away from home. He's got a problem with drug and alcohol addiction. Basically, what's happened is last weekend, stepdad noticed there's a big hole in the wall, punched by stepson there. I submitted a report to Crown for charges of mischief. So even though it seems like a minor charge, we wanted to have conditions to have weekly meetings with the probation officer just to try and deal with the alcohol, drug addiction, and hitting out all times of the night, getting into trouble. I spoke to Crown yesterday, actually. Crown's approved for me to go and arrest him.
Getting the youth into the system is John's best shot at putting him on a better path.
Right now, he's only 16 years old. He's only been using hard drugs for maybe the last year or two, but it's not going to get better without some intervention. Because at the end of the day, he's going to have to commit crime to support his habit. And I mean, that becomes everybody's problem.
But if he's going to help the teen, first he has to find him.
So a lot of my kids, when they're reported missing, I come and look for them in the Surrey Central area. He's not around. I'm quite concerned for his safety, and I'm quite concerned for his well-being. Basically, I want to make sure that he's in custody before the weekend if I can.
tow?
You can tow. Are we just parking here?
Yeah, I guess so.
At Vancouver International Airport, keeping planes safe to fly is job one for aircraft maintenance crews.
Stop! First dream job was being a surgeon. It's also kind of related. It's airplane, not a person, but it's pretty much similar.
80% of aircraft mechanics are probably OCD.
Yeah. Like the stuff that we nitpick over, to someone who just sees it, probably would seem ridiculous.
You have to be on your toes.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Lives are at stake.
Today, aircraft maintenance engineer Taeyoon Kim and apprentice Sam Chin are working on a commuter prop plane that carries 21 passengers and crew.
I'll hold the light for you.
We have scheduled maintenance of the actuator end cap. Essentially, we're looking for cracks.
Hydraulic actuators control airplane undercarriages. 1 in 5 landing accidents in Canada involves malfunctioning landing gear.
Because this is a major component that brings down brings back up the gear during flight, takeoff and landing. Stake is possibly a failure of the landing gear.
Taeyoon doesn't shy away from the responsibility or the personal challenges.
Being a mechanic, my mom supported me a lot, but my dad want me to be just like safe, you know, like in the office maybe, office woman. Like, no, Dad, I'm not gonna be like that. Now, they're so proud of me right now.
Good, how are you?
Is it clean enough to do that?
Do you have a rag there just so I can just wipe the top part off?
A specialist steps in to test the actuator.
It's an ultrasonic test on the end cap of the hydraulic actuator, and we're looking for cracks in it.
It tells us whether we need to spend 50 grand on a new actuator or not. Good. Thanks, Manny.
He didn't find anything wrong. So once we put the actuator back on, we're good to go.
Just trying to get one bolt in.
Oh, yeah. Now it's... Okay.
How's it going? Good, good.
I'll be done in a second. Okay, sounds good. The flagged supervised area is the safest place to swim because there are hopefully less rip currents.
In an average 48-hour period, at least one person drowns somewhere in Canada while taking part in recreational activities.
People aren't always aware of the power that the waves can have and the dangers of swimming in them. Lifeguards are important to help people feel secure and have all the more fun when they come up to the beach.
What rescue board's down there?
Yeah, I think it should be 2 Marines, and then there's the other 2 in the hut if you want those.
To use the rescue board, to surf, it just needs a lot of skill, a lot of practice. It's an intense summer job. We have a lot of responsibility just to keep everyone in the water safe.
Okay, so basically, we've got a few people in the supervised area. This woman just went in with her child. A lot of surfers kind of cleared out down this way, but there's still quite a few. And that's about it. Thank you. Today, this beach in particular has a lot of rip currents. The main danger about rip currents is that people don't necessarily know that they're even there. Rip currents are when you have sets of waves coming in to shore, then that water has to feed back out to open ocean. So that's when a rip current forms. People will get sucked out decently far, maybe past where their swimming ability can take them back in. So I always want to make sure that I have an eye on the conditions in addition to the people swimming or boarding in them. Caleb needs to be in the water right now. This kid's about to be sucked out in a rip.
Within seconds, the young boy is pulled out to sea.
You can be in very shallow water and all of a sudden have a 6-foot wave right above you. It can be very terrifying.
Yeah, he's thrown over. So I just noticed a younger child in a rip current.
The rip current is pulling the child out to sea.
I knew he couldn't paddle back. He could barely swim at all.
Hey, how you doing? What's your name? You okay? You're getting pulled by a current. Climb on up on this, okay? Pull yourself up.
There we go. Okay, I think we're good. I would say that happened within the matter of probably 30 seconds. So it escalated quickly. But Taylor got him on the board and back in safe, so I'm happy.
He was really far out, and like every second he kept getting like a little bit further and a little bit further. Scary. So as soon as I seen the lifeguard approach, it was complete relief.
I am proud of what I do here as a lifeguard. Even if I wasn't working, I'd still definitely be watching the water. It's just a habit I have now. I can't not be watching.
And let me know if you need more light.
Mont-Tremblant, it's such a tourist town. Everybody's having fun. We put every effort for everyone to come and enjoy our city and be able to do it safely.
Hey guys, how are you? Pretty good, thank you.
During these 48 hours, this popular resort town can expect 10,000 visitors. But while people party, Officer Arik Kadot's detachment is planning a major event of its own.
One of the problems in Mont-Tremblant, it's drinking and driving. Tonight, it's the weekend. Every bar will be open.
On va aller faire le barrage à 11h30 et ça va être un peu plus gros, fait qu'on va installer les cônes. Éric puis Marie-Pierre, vous êtes dans le 60.
Parfait.
C'est bon?
Oui.
Over a typical weekend, 8 people will die on Canadian roads due to driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Every patrolling officer in Mont-Tremblant takes it personally when you hear that someone died on your road. It's frustrating to see that these fatal crashes still happen. If you are drunk and you are on the road, you're gonna get caught.
Slowly apply your brake.
Departure from Victoria for Seattle.
Particularly since April, he's had a lot of problems. He's been reported missing probably 30+ times.
High-risk youth officer John Jasmines is on the trail of a 16-year-old runaway.
Unfortunately, without criminal charges or conditions of a curfew, police are pretty powerless to help.
The teen's parents have passed on the address of one of his friends.
When I talk to these parents, I know their frustration. I mean, I've got 2 kids of my own, and I can't even imagine if they were in the same situation, the helplessness, right?
Do you live here?
Yeah, I live here.
Okay, I'm looking for a missing kid.
John talks to the mother of the youth's friend.
He was here 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit concerned about him because honestly, I don't like him hanging out. I know he smokes weed and he drinks, blah, blah, but I personally, I have this gut feeling that he's doing more than just smoking weed.
Well, I appreciate the help. If you do see him again, just try and encourage him to call home and check in and stuff like that.
Thank you. Have a good day.
She let me know he was here about 2 days ago. I mean, she's got concerns as well for her son hanging out with him.
I grew up in the North Delta area. I hung out with a lot of the people that you would see in the news, people that ended up going down a very different path than I have. When I talk to the kids that are kind of now involved in kind of the up and coming, I've known people that they kind of idolize and known the guys they've known to get killed, and they know that I know what I'm talking about.
John gets a tip on another of the teen's friends.
So I know that she's home right now. My hope is that I convince her to tell me where he is.
Constable Jasmine, Delta Police Department.
John's lead says she saw the teen with a mutual friend earlier today.
Thanks. If you do hear from him, let me know. I think she was being honest, so I'm going to try and find out his friend's address and head there next. We've got a bunch of different databases, so I'm just going to check the system for him.
He traces the friend to a nearby neighborhood.
Yeah, you can see some movement there in the windows. Quebec 5-2.
Go ahead.
Let's take a 5-minute timer.
10-4.
Before I go out to the house for the arrest attempt, I always let dispatch know where I am and just have them put me on a timer. That just means that in 5 minutes, if they call me and I'm not able to answer, they'll send somebody else to come and check on me. I'm looking for a missing kid.
A missing kid?
Yeah. So I'm with Delta Police Department. I'm actually looking for a missing kid. You able to help me out?
Yeah, there was a friend that came in.
After several hours of searching, Constable John Jasmines has found the 16-year-old runaway staying with a friend. He enlists the help of the friend's mother to coax the youth outside.
I'll talk to him before he's going anywhere, okay?
Come out now and deal with it.
I'll explain it to you, but I need to do the first part where I need to read you your rights and stuff like that, so.
Somebody have a cell that they can check on him, or I can send a SURI unit.
Sorry, Quebec 5-2, no problems. And I'm just gonna double lock them so they don't tighten up on you. I'm gonna read you your rights and stuff like that, explain to you what's going on. I'm arresting you for mischief under $5,000. You may call any lawyer you want. Do you understand?
Yes.
Any questions or anything like that you need to know right now, or? Quebec 5-2.
Go ahead.
Got one in custody. I was wondering if I can get a patrol unit for transport. I'm going to be seeking some conditions. It'll be up to the justice of the peace or the judge whether or not they go with them. The ultimate goal will be to get him on a curfew, staying in a stable place, so at least you know where he is at night, and at least you know that he's safe. But I'm going to want you to check in with a probation officer at least once, and then every time they tell you to come back, you're going to have to come back, okay? Now, my job is to build that relationship. My personal goal is to be a person in their lives that they know they can depend on, they know that they can't push away, know that they'll be here for the long haul. I appreciate you being so cooperative, and like I said, I do want to talk to you. I can't do it until after you speak to a lawyer, okay? Kids know exactly where they stand with me. I'm here to support you, I'm here to help you in any way I can. But at the same time, I have expectations. The expectations are you can't break the law. Give me a call whenever you get a chance. Okay. Thanks, man. I'm confident he will call me, and again, I just kind of want to be that person that he can talk to. Bonjour.
Before tonight's roadblock, Officer Arik Kadot and his partner Marie-Pierre Richet are making their presence felt in this world-famous party town.
What's going on here? A bachelorette party. All right, you guys have a great night.
So we're just gonna visit bars, remind people that if they do drink, well, they should take a cab instead of taking their cars. It takes a lot of judgment to deal with intoxicated people. Usually they're in a pretty good mood because they wanna have fun, but it do happens when they get into fights and they get into trouble or they cause trouble, when you gotta deal with them and you gotta be a figure of authority.
Un verre de café.
C'est une excellente décision, monsieur. Si jamais vous pouvez, prenez pas le volant.
Non, 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 on a un hôtel juste ici.
Si vous buvez du café, vous pouvez prendre le volant, ça c'est correct. Très bien. Amusez-vous bien ce soir. Salut, bye-bye.
Drunk driving is a crime. We made between 80 and 130 arrests per year. Every road user should benefit from safe roads.
Bonsoir. On fait un barrage pour la vérification de l'alcool au volant.
Est-ce que vous avez consommé de l'alcool ce soir ou des drogues?
So we're pulling this car over because right before she comes to my position, I can see that she takes a gum and she puts it in her mouth. And that rings a bell to me.
Juste éteindre votre moteur. Vous avez pas de gomme dans la bouche, madame? OK, parfait. Fait que juste éteindre votre moteur, venir à l'avant, je vais vous faire subir un petit test. Grande inspiration et souffler d'un souffle continu dans l'appareil. Soufflez fort, fort, on continue. Soufflez, soufflez, soufflez. Plus fort, madame, plus fort. Soufflez, soufflez, soufflez. Très bien, arrêtez. Vous êtes à 33 mg, la limite c'est 80, donc je vais vous laisser repartir.
The result comes out worn, so she's free to go.
Tonight, drunk drivers are the prime target. But officers are on alert for any and all sorts of crime.
Two very experienced officers, they pulled over this pickup for a routine check. They suspected that something wasn't quite right. The driver and the passengers all lied about their ID. So we placed them under arrest, and this gave us the power to search the trunk of the pickup. There was some wooden pallets conveniently placed to hide something underneath.
2 hours into a drinking and driving roadblock, Mont-Tremblant police are wondering what the occupants of this vehicle have to hide.
Seulement du fil coupé comme ça, c'est du fil qui a été coupé à quelque part, soit d'un poteau de téléphone ou les fois Hydro-Québec.
We're seeing right now that it's stolen metals, copper to be exact. There's probably a couple of thousands of dollars in the trunk of the pickup right now. This is a good catch, and all of them are being taken right now to the police station. Serge Alex, on va quitter, moi puis Marie-Pierre. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde pour le barrage. You find many things in a roadblock besides drunk driving.
Next time on Keeping Canada Safe.
Steering's going to be into wind. Clear, start check to the door. Clear.
Not often do we find a shotgun discarded in the streets of Calgary. With any luck, this comes out to be our murder weapon.
Male bleeding from the head in car 5894, 5894.
Bleeding from that, we don't know why.
Unknown, okay.
And units be advised, unknown how he sustained his injury at this time.
Attention, medical call.
Once the alarm goes off, you're needed. You just go.